Hey gang, I'm Marianne with Beyond the Bar by the Bay. Alrighty, so what I have planned for this workout is more of a gentle Pilates class with a stretch. I'm going to use some traditional exercises designed by Joseph Pilates. It's really geared towards either someone who's looking for a little bit more of a gentle workout, stretch, maybe you got some things going on with your back, it'll help with that. Or if you've never taken a Pilates class and you're new to it, it'll be a great introduction. I'm not going to use props, but if you are one of my regulars, you can go ahead and grab your Pilates ball, you can grab some ankle weights, you can grab your little loop band that goes around your thighs to just take it up a notch with that. So if you are new to Pilates, welcome first of all. Pilates can be used as a great rehabber, coming back from injuries. It's definitely a strengthening and a toning exercise. It basically teaches your body to move the correct way, okay? So moving using your waist, not using your pelvis or your back, which is how a lot of us get injuries, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna turn some music on, which is just for background. All you need is a mat, and I have some water too, because I'm big on water. And we're gonna get started. So, usually Pilates is done barefoot or in poopy socks. We're gonna do everything on the mat. We are not gonna be standing today, so you guys are good to go with whatever you wanna use. All right, so let's get started. Actually, a little warm up the body. We're gonna get started on all fours, okay? So take your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Hips are over those knees. I want you to start by rounding your spine up, tip your tailbone down. So we're just gonna cat-cow. And then take a breath in through your nose, and you're gonna arch and gaze ahead so your tailbone sticks up. So in Pilates, we inhale through your nose, we exhale through your mouth. So here we go, take that sharp exhale through your mouth, round again. Push yourself away from the mat. Inhale, arch and gaze ahead. I'll give lots of modifications throughout. Exhale, round. And then take it to a neutral spine. Take your big toes together, take your knees as wide as you'd like them on your mat. Push it back to a child's pose. Just wiggle it left and right, get any kinks out of the body. I like to press into the heels of my hands to try to get my hips a little bit closer to my heels. Take one more breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Now take your toes as wide as the mat. You're gonna slide your hands forward. You're gonna drop your hips down with an exhale. And then inhale, pull your belly in, take it back to child's pose. Exhale, slide those hands forward. Hold that belly in, you guys. As your hips go down, take it back. I'm gonna remind you a million times during this class to hold your belly in so that you're protecting your low back the whole time, okay? One more time, take it back. And then take it forward. And then come on back, find that all fours position. Again, your wrists right underneath your shoulders. So I'm going to show you how to train your shoulders to stay where they need. So just let your chest drop down towards the mat. And now push yourself away from the mat and round your shoulders. So right there, anytime you're on all now, you don't want your shoulders sinking into your back. Okay, you want them staying up right here, okay? So now let them drop down again. I just want you to feel what that's like, and then bring it up. All right, hold them in place. Okay, shoulder stability right here. Lift your right foot off the mat, and then just rotate it right as you look at it. Rotate it left as you look over the left shoulder. Take it back to the right. This is called wagging the tail. Take it back to the left. I use this a lot with my pregnant mommies in classes at work. And then take it back, relax it down, push those shoulders up where they need to be, just in case they came down, lift the left foot up, rotate it to the left, look at it, take it to the right. Take it back to the left, back to the right, you're holding that belly in, you're holding those shoulder blades up. One more time, take it to the left. And then relax it down, push it back to child's pose again. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Walk your hands all the way to the right of your mat. Push into the ground. So get that side stretch first on the left. Maybe your hips aren't close to the heels. That's okay. You'll get there. So we're going to do some lateral breathing without letting your belly expand. I want you to take an inhale and breathe into the left side body. And then exhale it out. 2 more times for me. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale it out. Last time. And then walk your hands back to center. Push into the heels of those hands and your finger pads. This time, belly breathe. As you take your inhale, I want you to feel your belly go towards your thighs. And then exhale it out. 2 more times. So that's a super relaxing breath, guys, when we belly breathe. 1 more time. Walk those hands all the way to the left of the mat. Push into the ground. Now feel the stretch on the right side body, again, without letting your belly expand. Breathe into the right side body. And then exhale it out. 2 more times. The reason we're doing this is because when we do the ab work in Pilates, you want to try not to breathe into your belly because you're holding your core tight. And breathe again. Exhale it out. Walk it back to center. Grab those heels. Just pull yourself back to a little ball and then slowly peel yourself up. So I will refer to the core a lot, and just for you guys to understand, it's all this right here, okay? It's your abs, it's your back, it's your pelvis, okay? So with that said, let's come on down to our back. We're gonna get there together. So come on up, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, hang on to your thighs for me. Just gonna scoop it back. So keep rounding your spine, keep tucking your pelvis under, hold on to those thighs as you bring it all the way down, you guys. And then slide your feet a little bit closer to you. Just grab below your knees. Take your knees a little bit wider than your shoulders and just draw little circles. We're going to do something called Pelvic Clock so I can teach you guys the difference between an imprinted spine and a neutral spine. We use imprint a lot in Pilates. Circle in the other direction for me. It should feel good on your low back. And loosening up those hips. Oh yeah, what do you think of my snowflakes on the wall? Is it annoying? I was trying to get into the holiday spirit. Feet go down, you guys. Okay, so I want you to go to a point. So tip yourself so that your tailbone is pushing into the mat. You should be able to slide your hand under your low back. Okay, so there's a little bit of space between your back and the mat. That's a neutral spine. Now if you tip your tailbone under, curl it under, think of hips to ribs. Now you should be an imprint. There should be no space between your low back and the mat. So take an inhale, go back to neutral. So tip towards your tailbone. And then exhale, go to imprint. And then a few more times, you guys, at your own pace. Anytime you're feeling tightness in your low back, this is a great little exercise to come on down to the floor to do, okay? And again, and if you don't have a yoga mat, you can certainly do this on your rug. Should have told you that before we got down here. One more time, you guys. All right. So I want you to go to neutral, so you're down towards your tailbone. So I want you to think about, we're going to do pelvic clock. Think about a clock being on the lowest part of your back, okay? So down by your tailbone is 6 o'clock, up towards your shoulders is 12, okay? So just rock back and forth just like you were. Going between neutral and imprint. One more time. Now stay in neutral and rock around the clock. So take your low back over towards where 9 o'clock would be, then 12, then 3. So you're just circling on your low back. Just kind of like what we were doing before when we had our knees and we were just circling around. Right? You can do it either way. One more round and then reverse it, okay? Take it in the other direction. A few more times. Another one that should feel lovely on that low back. The next exercise is one of my absolute favorites. A lot of us have neck issues from looking at computers or looking down or at desks all day. So we're going to do skull clock. So envision there is a clock up on your ceiling. Okay, so take your nose and trace circles around that clock. Just going to loosen up the neck. And then one more round and then take it in the other direction. Few more times. All right, you guys, we're going to open up your shoulders. This might seem like a super simple exercise, but it's going to feel good. So lengthen through your legs. You're going to roll over. Now curl your knees in. Clap hand over hand. So make sure you have a little room on the other side, okay? So from here, you're going to trace the top hand along that bottom arm. Trace across your chest, and then let the arm open up. And then take another inhale, and then exhale, bring it back. Trace. Slide it on that arm. We're going to do that 2 more times, you guys, okay? So take it at your own pace. Use your breath. Inhale. your shoulders. One last time. This is actually called Opening a Book, I believe this one is called. Take it back. Now we're going to go into telescope. So here's what you're going to do. Take the top hand, and you're going to trace a circle up over your head. When it feels right, flip your palm to face the ceiling and then continue circling. When it gets to a T shape, bring it back. Sliding it on the ground. I know some of us are super tight in the chest and shoulders. Flip that palm again when it feels right to you. We're going to do that 2 more times. So use your breath, especially if it feels intense, you guys. Inhale. Exhale, bring it around. Flip it when it feels right. And then bring it back. Nice job, you guys. Let's do that on the other side. So we'll flip over, come to the front edge of our mat. Take those arms out like an open book here. Here we go. Slide it. Use that breath, you guys. Maybe notice if one side feels tighter than the other. And then bring it back. We all have muscle imbalances, right? We're all tight on one side. Bring it again. And then bring it back. Let's do that. Get the telescope. You guys can go slower than I am too. I don't know why I'm rushing it. I shouldn't rush it. I should take it slower. Alright guys, bring it up and around, circling it. Flip it when it feels right. Breathe. And then bring it back. Flip it when it feels right. It feels like they're cleaning their floor right now. Hopefully your floor, your rug is clean. Bring it back. One more time. And then bring it back. Alright, you guys, gently bring yourselves up. We're going to come on back down to our backs again. Let's get there together. Here we go. Hang on to this side. Start with a straight spine, round, round, round. You can do the same thing with your legs out straight if you want, or if you're regular and you know a roll down, you can let go of your hands, you can let go of your legs, or hold on, slowly bring it down. All right, one more thing we're going to do with the shoulders and the arms. So bend those legs again. Feet are going to be about hip width and parallel. Extend your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Now draw the shoulder blades to the mat. Take an inhale, lift your hands a little higher. Did you feel your shoulder blades come up off the mat? Now draw them back down with an exhale. Up one more time, notice the difference. Draw them down. Now hold your shoulder blades on the mat, flip your palms to face forward. Go into imprint, so tip your pelvis under, think of hips to ribs, right? You're just curling it under to get that low back down. Leaving your low back to the mat, leaving your shoulder blades to the mat. Take an exhale, let the arms go up overhead. Slow, slow, slow. Notice the low back wants to lift. Don't let it, you guys. Keep those shoulder blades planted. Take an inhale at the bottom, exhale, bring them back up. So can you notice how hard you're working to keep the shoulder blades down and the low back? I'm actually shaking doing it. Let's do it again. That's good. That's the Pilates quiver. That means you're working. Bring it back down. So see, when I said they may seem like they're simple exercises, but if you're doing them correctly, you're really working and training the body. So one more time, bring them down. Slow, slow, slow. And then you're going to bring it back up. Perfect. Relax those hands down. We're going to go into some bridging, okay? So I want you to go to neutral. So you can slide your hand under, right? So that means you're on that tailbone or close to the tailbone, so you don't ever want to really be on your tailbone. Now roll to imprint, and then slow, 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 you're going to peel the spine up. Everybody's going to go up to a different height, but what I want you to think about is when you're on the top here, I want you to take your ribs and push them down. So you should actually feel underneath your shoulder blades on the mat. For us ladies, it would be right underneath our bra straps, okay? Take an inhale at the top, exhale, curl it back down. So lots of instructors will say one vertebrae at a time. I know that's super difficult, so think about upper back, mid back, low back. go to neutral, so go towards your little bum, and then take an exhale, peel it back up. The best you can, you guys. When you get to the top, hang out here for a second. Belly has to be in super tight, otherwise your low back's gonna hang out towards the mat, and that's gonna hurt tomorrow, so don't let it. Pull your belly in, rib cage closed, take another inhale, exhale, bring it down. So when you're at the top, you guys, I want you to think about, first of all, go to neutral, and then bring it back up. I want you to think about, it's not about height, you want to think about your thighs sliding towards your knees. You're pressing evenly into all four corners of your feet, belly's in. Hang out right here, we're going to start to march the feet. Okay, bring the right leg up, and then lower. Bring the left leg up, lower, right? So if you're regular and you want to take it up a notch, maybe you take your arms to kickstand, maybe bring the arms up overhead, or rest them down, and then you take them out of the equation. If you're new, press into those hands, use it as a little support. So super controlled. Try taking your fingertips to your hip bones, guys. Make sure they're nice and even. Don't let one sink down as the opposite leg goes up, okay? On your next one, hold the right leg up. Lift up a little higher, belly's in, rib cage down, and then just tap those toes and lift. Tap, lift, find all four corners, you guys, of that left foot. If you need a break and I don't give it to you, take it. Take a nice inhale and exhale, and then join me again. Okay, one more time. Right foot goes down, lift up higher, regain that bridge, belly in, left foot comes up, we're going to toe tap it, down and up, down. Sometimes in my classes we do this while we have a Pilates ball under our low back, so it supports us, or a block, or a foam roller, and then both legs are in tabletop, and one of them is tapping. It just takes it up a notch. So if you're regular, you want to do that, go right ahead. Exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up, you guys. A few more. Two more. All right, guys, lift up a little higher. Take an inhale, exhale, bring it back down. Grab below your knees, draw them towards the outside of your shoulders, do those little circles, so pelvic clock. We're going to go into what I call Pilates trio, and then we're going to do the Pilates 100s. I will explain how to do those when we get to them. So let's start with single leg stretch. Lift your upper body up, the left leg goes long, the right leg goes to tabletop, okay? From here, reach that right arm outside of it, the left hand grabs under the knees. Don't get too caught up in it, guys. You can really do anything with your hands. And switch, and switch. So I like to tell my classes, just like your legs are shooting through a tube, keep them nice and even. I also will suggest that you try to stop your knees when they come over your hips. That way your upper body has to come up higher. If you are new, keep that head down, you guys. Just take that low back to imprint, okay? And switch for 4, 3, push the back of your ribs to the mat, 2, last one. We're going to take that to crisscross. So relax your head down, take a breath. Take your hands behind your head. Same leg position. This time you're going to rotate. Right, left. Legs are still shooting through that tube, right guys? Whereas that low back should be an imprint, should be to the mat. Can you get both shoulder blades to lift up off the mat? This time you're breathing, you're going to want to use sharp exhales. Blow it out that mouth. Ready? Those exhales relax your diaphragm, you guys. It allows those abs. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Rest that head down, draw those knees in. One more exercise in our trios before we get into the Pilates 100s. So you're going to grab below your knees, and then you're going to lift yourself up and curl into a ball. Again, I like to say try to bring those knees over your hips, and then don't let them come close to your chest and that. From here, take an inhale, arms go long, legs go long. Exhale, sweep it around, curl back into the ball. Inhale long, exhale. Keep going. Keep in mind, guys, low back has to be down, belly has to be in. Feel underneath your shoulder blades go to the mat. You only have 4 more, you guys. 4, 3, 2, beautiful job. Last one. Rest that head down. Take a look to the right, release any neck tension. Take a look to the left. You guys stay right there. I'm going to hop up for a second and talk to you. All right, so the Pilates 100s. Staple exercise in a Pilates class. Joseph Pilates did them every single day as soon as he hopped out of bed until the day he died. I will give you lots of options. If you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're advanced, and I'll show you the positions that you need to be in. The big thing here is we take 5 sniffing breaths, individual breaths, for the inhale. So it's okay, and then sharp exhales, blowing it out like you're blowing out a candle 5 times. So it's easier to do the exhales than the inhales, so do the best that you can, okay? So 5 inhales, 5 exhales counts as 1 round. We do it 10 times. I will count for you. That is the good news. Your work is getting through the exercises. If you need to take a break halfway through, well, let's take a break, okay? Because again, this is supposed to be more of a gentle class, and especially for my newer peeps. So come on down. Option 1, feet are flat to the mat. Arms hover regardless of what position we're in. Maybe the head's gonna stay down, otherwise head, neck, and shoulders come up. Option 2, take your legs to tabletop, knees over those hips. Option 3, take it to Pilates V, heels together, toes apart with extended legs, okay? Again, if you need a break, take that head down. I will give you a breath when we get to 5, okay? So here we go, pick your poison, the arms go up, you're gonna pump them nice and strong. Take your first 5 sniffing breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale it out. Great job, inhale again. Individual breaths, you guys, exhale it out. Inhale, take them at your pace, that's not why I'm not gonna count them out for you, exhale. Low back down, guys, back of the rib cage down, inhale again. Pump those arms nice and strong. Exhale. You have got it, you guys. Inhale again. Maybe you need the hands behind your head. Take that option. Exhale. You're halfway there, so rest the head down. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Pop right up to your position. Inhale. 5 sniffing breaths, guys. Exhale. You can do it. You're super strong. Inhale. All of this is nice and tight, guys. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, you all know your options. 2 more, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, take those 5 breaths in. Exhale. Fantastic. Rest that head down. Take a look to the right again. Take it to the left. Take a full body stretch. Arms go long, legs go long. This time you can arch that low back. You can let that chest rise as you take a breath in. And then exhale it out. Come to a neutral spine. Roll over to your whatever side you want to and bring it on up. We're going to go into a little side series, so we're going to be on our sides for a bit. If you are a regular and you want to pop on your resistor band around your thighs, or if you want to use some ankle weights, this is your time to do that. So the rest of us, make sure you have a little room behind you. So options, you can be down here nice and comfy. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, feet are stacked. You can come on up to that elbow, or you can rest your head in your hands. If you're here, just like we practiced with our shoulders in the warm-up when we were on all fours, do not sink down into your shoulder. You have to lift up, okay? Your front hand's gonna be for support because you don't wanna rock back. And then maybe you don't need it, then you can put it behind your head. From here, legs are nice and long, belly's in. Take an inhale, you're gonna lift that leg with pointed toes. Exhale, flex it, bring it down. Inhale again, exhale, inhale, exhale. So remember, we're using this core nice and tight. So maybe you try taking your hand away. How much you need that hand to hold you up? Point it up, flex it back down, you guys. Up and down. It really doesn't matter if you flex up and point down, okay? Either way, just make sure you're flexing on one and pointing on the other. Sometimes your feet cramp in Pilates, not necessarily because you're dehydrated, but because we point and flex so much. All right, guys, bring it up to hip height, flex it. This time we're gonna bring it forward with 2 kicks. Kick, kick, point it, sweep it back behind you. Flex, kick, kick, forward, back. Maybe your leg is not up to hip height, okay? That's gonna be the goal. I did some way with me. Maybe it's lower, that's okay. How much do you need that hand, guys? So this is all about what's going on from the hip down, right? So we're trying not to move this upper body. 2 more. Get it way back there, you guys. Now line it back up and draw a circle. So basically what you're doing is just letting the hip roll around in the joint, okay? How's that core doing? You holding that belly nice and tight? Circle, circle. How are my peeps doing with the band on? You loving it? Or ankle weights would be brilliant for this one. Reverse that circle. Try not to be rocking and rolling all over you guys. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Your muscles are going to work so much better for you. Hold it right here. Pulse it up to finish. Maybe you try to take that hand behind your head. Maybe you take it straight up. Lift up and out of that bottom shoulder if you're like me on your elbow. Pulse at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job, gang. Flip it on over the other side. Pick whatever way you're going to get yourself nice and comfy here. If you're like me, the elbow, shoulder's right over that elbow. Stack everything. Belly's in. Hand for support. Here we go. Point it up. Flex it down. Now we talked about muscle imbalances. Do you feel different on one side? This isn't my happy side of this. Take it up, take it down, remembering to breathe. Point, flex. Create your own resistance, guys, okay? Just like that leg is lifting up through water, through mud. That example's used a lot. How much are you using that hand? More on this side. All right, you guys, hold the hip height, flex it, ready? Kick, kick forward, point it, sweep it back behind you. Kick, kick, sweep it back. Kick, kick, back. Kick, kick. Back, it gets a little harder, right, to control that upper body when you're doing this move. Again, don't worry about height, especially if it's your first class. Forward, back, 2 more. Last one. Back behind you, line it back up. Come up and out of that shoulder and circle it. Don't worry about which way you're circling because you're doing a reverse. That hip is just rolling around in the joint. I can tell that on this side my leg isn't as high as it was with the right leg. And then reverse that circle. Got it. Circle, circle. Pull those circles. Pulse it up. Maybe try to take that hand away. Up, up. Maybe it goes straight up. Come up and down that shoulder. Pull that belly in, guys. Don't forget what's going on. Breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. All right, we're going to go into something called the Pilates Clams. We do this in my bar class and in Pilates. Great exercise if anybody suffers from sciatica, okay? So, same position. Maybe you want to switch it up. Maybe your head comes down this time. Or you can lay all the way down or come right back to this position. I like to do this just so I can look into the camera. Knees come in. You're going to keep your toes together. You're going to open and close that clam. Now, if you're a regular in my class, you know we usually have bands around our thighs, so feel free to pop them on. It's just a little external rotation for the hip. That just means we're opening up the hip. There's a muscle deep inside the butt called your piriformis muscle. That usually gets really tight. That's usually the aggravator for sciatica, so this will help relieve it. On your next one, hold your clam open, little pulses up, up. Again, do you need that hand? Maybe not. Keep those toes connected, just open up that hip, that's all you're doing. Up, up. Now close that clam, little combo. Open it, extend the leg, toes tap, down. Do not worry how straight your leg goes here, okay? Take it down, open, extend, tap, down, open. What's going on with the shoulder? Do not allow yourself to sink down, okay? Keep your shoulders stacked, keep those hips stacked. You guys have 2 more. Last one. Last exercise. Tap knee to knee, tap toe to toe. Knee to knee. So what are we doing? We're closing the hip, then we're opening it right here. It's an internal, external rotation for that hip. So you're getting lots of hip openers here. For those of us who have tight hips, we're going to stretch them out right after this. You guys are almost to the end of class. and do some work on our bellies. After this, to strengthen our spine. 2 more. Last one. Flip it on over, do the clam on the other side. Knees come in. Keep those toes together, open and close that clam. This hand, use as much as you need to resist rocking backwards. Up, up. Come on up and out of that shoulder. Speaking of up. I'm a huge fan of this playlist. Sometimes I use my own music, and then sometimes I just use this instrumental, kind of instrumental music. Hold that clam open, pulse it up. Little hip openers. Up, up, up. Hold that core tight, guys. You're training it to stay in. You're training your core to activate, right? And to take over and prevent injuries. That's what you're doing. Ready, close it. Open it, extend, toes tap, down. Open, extend. You can flex your foot or point. Of course, I always feel like pointing makes it look a little bit prettier than flexing. But flexing is totally fine. Up. Resist, right? Create that resistance. Open, up. 2 more, guys. We'll finish with the internal and external rotation. Right here, knee taps knee, toes tap toe. Dip it down, open it up. Down, up, down, up. A few more, you guys. Are we breathing still? Tap, open, 2 more. All right, you guys, I'm going to set you up in Pigeon to stretch out. So Pigeon can be a little intense. Let me show you a different version. It's basically Pigeon on your back, just figure 4. You can take an ankle above your knee. You can keep one foot down, or you can bring it up by flexing both feet. Okay, that's figure 4. I'm going to set you up with Pigeon because that's a great stretch, but it's also the love to hate stretch. Back to all fours. Slide your left knee forward right towards the wrist. Take the left heel in line with the right thigh. Scoot that right thigh straight back, right leg. Turn around, make sure the leg is straight back behind you, not out to the side. So option 1, you're gonna stay right here. Option 2, walk it forward, lead with the crown of your head, come on down to those forearms. 3, you can make fist over fist, rest your forehead down. The key here, gang, is you want your hips to stay level. Don't let one drop down, okay? I'm going to probably stay upright so that I can keep looking at the camera. Remember, yeah, this is super intense, right? On that left outer hip, outer glute area. So if it's too much, if you're too tight, flip it over to your back and do figure 4. But again, look, don't let those shoulders come down. Hold them up. Take a breath in. Sometimes it's nice to go into active Pigeon. That means curl those right toes under, lift that knee up. Keeping those hips level. Always think about sending the breath to the muscle you're trying to open up. So in this case it's your left hip and glute, right? So take a breath in. Exhale it out. 1 more breath. Exhale it out. Before switching, you have 2 options. You can take it back to child's pose, big toes together, knees go wide, bring those hips back, or take it to a down dog and just pedal out your feet here. If you're in down dog, keep your ears by your biceps, pushed into the finger pads and the heels of your hands. Take another breath in, whichever position you're in. Exhale it out, bring it forward, come back to all fours. The right knee comes straight forward. Heel goes in line with that left thigh. Look back, make sure that left leg is straight back behind you. Hand options, you're gonna stay upright right here. You're gonna walk it down to the forearms. You're gonna rest hand over hand, forehead goes down. Active Pigeon again, you curl the toes under, lift the knee up. Just gives a little bit deeper stretch, right? And then use that breath. I lost my bobby pin, that's what I'm thinking I lost my hair. Take a breath in, exhale it out. Breathe again. Send it right to that hip and glute, you guys. This happens every class when I have bobby pins in. Breathe again. you guys. Slowly come on out of it and come all the way down to your belly. If for some reason you cannot be on your bellies, your modification is going to be right here, all fours. You should be great at this position. Round those shoulders, tuck the hips under, and you're going to do opposite arm and leg. Okay? The rest of us are coming down to our bellies. We're going to go into swan. So you're going to take those hands. I like to take mine a little bit wider than my mat. You can take them to your back mat. You can have your elbows under your shoulders. From here, your gaze is down. Just like I like to say like your nose is rolling a marble towards the edge of the mat. So start right here, and you're going to start to roll that marble and then just peel your chest up. Pull that belly in. Everybody's going to come up to a different height, right, depending on your back. Inhale, bring it back down. So push your pubic bone to the mat, pull your belly in, take an exhale, lift it up. Belly's in, feel your shoulder blades drawing down your back. Bring it back down. And then bring it up. And then bring it back down. Take those arms straight out as wide as your mat. Scoot the legs as wide as your mat. Lift the right arm, left leg. Pull your belly in, pubic bone to the mat. Release it down. Other one. This is your last exercise tonight. Then I'm going to do a little stretch and you guys can leave me. I'm saying tonight because it's tonight for me. All right, up again. Other ones. Just lift the upper body up. Chest comes up, lift the lower body. Start swimming those arms. So like you're being pulled in 2 different directions, you guys. Maybe you're hardly lifting those legs. You'll get there, I promise. Stick with me, you guys. Swim, swim, swim. Breathe. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Push it back to child's pose. You guys made it. Best part of the class, the stretching. Just sway it right and left. We're going to start on our backs. So when you're ready, peel yourself up. Let's flip it on over. One more time, we're gonna roll down together so legs can be straight, legs can be bent. You can hold on, you can extend the arms out. Slow, 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 bring it down. Super slow. If your legs are straight, really flex the feet. Press the bottom of your thighs to the mat. When you get here, draw those knees in again. Rock side to side. The left foot's gonna go flat to the mat. The right knee is going to come to the outside of the right shoulder. If your back's feeling pretty good today, then let the left leg go straight. Let this right leg open up slightly. So I'm taking my left hand and holding it to my left thigh so that the left hip does not come up off the mat. Take a breath in. Bring it back to center. Draw it across the body for a spinal stretch. Right arm goes out to the T. Maybe the knee goes to the ground, maybe it doesn't. Mine does not. Breathe into the right side body again, just like we did in the warm-up. Don't breathe into your belly. So take an inhale. Exhale it out. One more breath in. Exhale it out. Come on back to center. Extend the right leg to the ceiling. Reach up, grab close to the ankle. Again, maybe this one's bent. That's totally fine, you guys. Do not worry how straight this leg is. Everybody's going to be at a different position. Maybe it's bent. Maybe it's right here. You'll get there. Take your right thumb, push it into the right hip crease, and then push your hip down. Point and flex that foot. Maybe you can let that hand go. Draw little circles. Other direction. And then as slow as you can, point those toes, let that leg come down. Keep pushing down on that hip with that right thumb. Super slow, you guys. And then bring that one in, and then draw your left knee in, bring it to the outside of the shoulder. Maybe this leg goes straight. Hold this hip in place. Guys, hang out there. I'm going to turn the music off. It's just not the most relaxing for me right now, which means it's probably not the most relaxing for you guys. All right, grab that leg from the outside, bring it across the body, and then left arm goes out, and then we're going to breathe into the left side body. Holding that belly in, don't let it expand as you take a breath in. Exhale it out. Breathe in again. Exhale it out. Bring it back to your spine. Extend that leg up, whether this one is bent or you keep it elongated. Grab close to that ankle, pull it in the best that you can. No judgment, you're all at home doing this. Now take that left thumb, stick it into that left hip crease and push down on the hip. And then point and flex. Oh yeah, so much more relaxing without the music. And then circle it. And then circle other direction. And then as slow as you can, you're going to bring it down. Super slow. Beautiful. Roll over to your side. Bring it up. I want you to sit with your non-favorite leg in front. So I'm right-handed, so for me it's going to be my left leg. And then from here, sit nice and comfy, walk your hands forward. With a straight spine, push into the heels of your hands. And you should feel stretch in your low back. So breathe. And both outer glutes actually as well, and outer hips. Exhale it out. Breathe again. Exhale. Bring it on up, take that left hand down, the right arm's gonna come up overhead, lengthen, draw that right shoulder back. Maybe you gaze up at the ceiling, maybe you keep your gaze down. And then bring it back. And then just keep switching the cross of your legs. As you do it, think about the thighs pushing down. It's a little hip opener. You can do this one when you're sitting there watching TV at night, watching Netflix, and get those hips to open. All right, land with your favorite leg in front, straight spine, hinge forward from the hips, hands to the ground. Push into the floor or the carpet. Feel that stretch along the low back. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Walk those hands back towards you, straighten that spine, right hand down, left hand. Inhale, exhale, lengthen, draw that left shoulder back so the shoulders stay stacked. One more breath, you guys. And then bring it back up, close your eyes, just rest your hands on your knees, drop your chin towards your chest. Relax your shoulders down. And then keeping your chin tucked, rotate your chin towards your right shoulder. Keeping it tucked, take it back to center. Take it to the left. Back to center, take that gaze up. You guys are phenomenal. Let's take 3 breaths in together. You sweep the arms up towards the sky with an inhale. Sweeping them away from your body, exhale it back down. 2 more times, you guys. Take it up. Take it back down. Last time, I want you to grab all that amazing energy that we created. Take it up in those hands. You're going to release it within, stopping at heart center. You guys are awesome. I am Marianne. I hope you liked your intro to Pilates class or your little Pilates and stretch class. Hit subscribe. You'll get onto the YouTube channel and you will get emails when I upload a new video to YouTube. If you want to check out any of the other ones, I have a full Facebook page by the same name, Beyond the Bar by the Bay. It's full of my bar videos, Pilates, ABC, which is abs, booty, and core. There's some stretch ones on there. There's some fun challenges. So definitely check it out. If you have any questions, you can message me via the Facebook page or you can email me right from YouTube and I'm happy to answer them, okay? All right, you guys, I'm Marianne. I'll see you next time.